Alright, guys, today's topic, we're going to talk about how to be alpha. You know what I mean? On all seriousness, I made a big list and I was just bullshitting. I was just trying to be funny. So I'm going to give you my bullshit list at the end. Alright, but seriously, to be alpha, you know, it depends. I don't know. It depends how you view life or whatever. For me, I view life like uh, like a white knight. I don't even know what that means. Like a white knight type of view. I always want to do good. I also like women, and I want to be in a relationship. I haven't been in a relationship in 5 years, and I'm trying to improve myself. I'm already losing weight. I'm losing a lot of weight. I'm getting stronger. I'm trying to read books, make more videos, stuff like that. Those are two. This year my goal is to be more calm. So read books, paint some art. Those two things: read books, paint some art. Get addicted to reading books. I used to get addicted to reading books. So I'm not looking at the camera. So I might have to do this all over again. Fudge. But those things are important for me right now in this year, to be calm and kind of rejuvenate my mind from working hard, pressure, life pressure, life bringing me down. Pretty much I'm strong. Pretty much that's easy. I kind of handle that pretty easily. It was other habits that I had that were bad for my health. I had bad habits that just, so when I'm under pressure, I get extra mad than usual, than your average person. And I get really mad and cocky, and I'm just like a whole totally different person. But for all that pressure and that intensity just has weighed me down. It finally caught up to me. And I can't say too much about it, but that's basically what happened. Long story short, and this year I'm trying to do the opposite, which I know how to do this. I know how to be calm, read a book. I've done this before when I was a kid, and I'm doing it again. I like being alone. I was alone. There's a few times where I didn't, and that's because I fought against it. And I noticed when I fought against it, that's when I was mostly thinking more, and that's a good note. I'm gonna write that down. When you think about your problems, that's when they multiply. It multiplies. When you think about your problems more often, that's when they multiply, and then it's like a little voice, and then it itches. You being anxiety, how you say angsty. You get angsty, like jittery. You go crazy, man. And it's, people feel the vibe. People don't respect you for it. It's insane, man. Nah. Horrible state of mind to be in, angsty. No, get up, read a book, keep moving, push it. Fuck. Just thinking about it is pissing me off right now. Just thinking about it. Nah, man. What's my point? Where would I left off? Yeah. Just keep going, do new things. Alpha male, yeah. So that's just a small example. Uh, I get super pissed. That's a good thing to be alpha male. Uh, I forgot what I left off. I'm sorry, I don't remember, but I just get pissed. I just be myself. I get cocky. I talk shit. I get cocky. Whatever, man. Nothing brings me down. Do I know I'm better? I know I'm not better. I know I'm. I know there's certain aspects, certain things that bring me down, but I just love my life. I'm just plain and simple. I love my life. I love who I am, and Okay, I love the highs life gives you, and that's my number one topic of this that I'm gonna talk about in the end. That's my number one. That's the number one secret to life, which I'm gonna talk about later. You gotta love your life. I'm gonna go into more detail. What type of love? How you gotta love your life. Um, and you gotta be a master of your own world. You know what I mean? Like I know how to renovate houses. I've renovated a bathroom for my mom. If your parents have money or you know somebody with money, renovate their bathroom. I've installed garage doors, installed toilets, changed breakers, installed air conditioners, full installs, furnaces, condensers, a bunch of condensers. I installed like 50 condensers in my life. Uh, you know what I mean? You gotta be uh, smart with your tools as well. You gotta, be, tricky with your tools. You gotta use some tools. Don't break your tools, but if you know a tool that could fix something, and another tool that could fix it. That's what I mean. That's got to be creative. You know what I'm saying? My car, I know how to change my brakes now. I know how to change my oil. I always change my oil. I never let somebody touch my car. Uh, and I have a hobby about culture. I like to study about cultures, Neanderthals, Denisovans, hunter gatherers. Recently, I study everything about culture in different countries. Recently, I went to ChatGPT and I don't remember what I was gonna say, but I looked up the hunter gatherers, like where they originated, and they originated somewhere in like Turkey or something. Like all the hunter gatherers came from there. The people that grew crops and had the seeds for what is it? Their barley. So barley is like you get it at Vaughn's. It's like a thick ass little oat, and it's super soft, and it's a tiny little pearl. It's like a pearl. Pearls are super more soft. So it's soft. The skin on the outside is soft, but it's hard in the inside. It's like a fat oatmeal. It's like a thick, dense oatmeal, but with soft skin on the outside. And these barley, I guess I don't know if that's literally the barley they grew, but that's the original oats. That's the original. That's the OG of all oats. That's the OG of all of it. Because there's like 10 different oats if you go into Vaughn's or Walmart. And the hunter gatherers, they how they gene hacked it. Like they found the best way to. They produced the best seed to grow and process elimination for years, and then they grew. They went on. Oh yeah, I remember now. I remember what I was gonna say. So they started there. They went to Spain, Europe, all over the place. And what I looked up the Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa made a library in Africa. Oh, and and the library was in Arabic. And I looked up the text on ChatGPT. I pulled up the text and I asked them where, because I heard a rumor somewhere on TikTok or something about how those texts have information on the hunter gatherers of Morocco, because the hunter gatherers of Morocco interest me a lot. Because I heard there's like blood there or something that's unique to the world. And I looked up the text of where are these hunter gatherers. So the rumor I heard, it said something about how these hunter gatherers in those texts are somewhere in Africa, and they're unique from the whole world. Like their blood is unique, and nobody has blood like them. So I looked up the hunter gatherers, and they're somewhere in a certain state, somewhere in, I don't know, in the east, like south of Morocco, and ancient. They're like 20,000 years old or something like that, but it didn't really give much information. I just looked up the map on where they're located, and stuff like that, man, interests me. East Morocco is different genetically from West Morocco. Like the indigenous Moroccans are in the East Coast. They're hunter gatherer. Their language is different from Spanish hunter gatherers, but they're unique. They're all unique in their own way. Uh, yeah, the hunter gatherer stuff interests me because I'm Spanish. I'm what 40. I'm 49% Spanish, and I just feel, that side of me. I feel like there's some of that is in me. You know what I mean? Spanish from Spain. Yeah, stuff like that. I have little stuff like that. Is beautiful. You know what I mean? Look into your life, care about. Love. Damn it. Okay, that's the topic I want to talk about. Love, have ambition. That's how you're gonna be a man. Love something and wake the fuck up. Wake up. Love. Improvise. How did I say? I said be creative. Improvise. Love. Be creative by being more loving and put more care to something, and fucking ChatGPT. Fucking force yourself to love something more than the next person. Be better than the next person. Be more unique than your neighbor. Put some care into your life. Love your life. Love what the fuck, whatever. I mean, love. Be alpha. That's alpha, and that's alpha in my as well. Obviously there's several parts to it, but that's alpha as fuck for me. That's number one. Ambitious. Be ambitious. Be loving. Let's see. Not a saying. And then girls can also like demote you a little bit, man. Girls can demote you, and that's pretty simple. Everybody knows about that, but yeah, I don't know. I don't got much advice on there. Honestly, I have a bunch of notes on that, but I'm not the one. I'm not an expert in that. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Some people say, don't worry about that. That comes later. Worry about your skills and your life, how to make money and shit. Not necessarily, but worry about your, I disagree. I disagree with that. Don't listen to that. I mean, if you want something, get it. If you want a girl, get her. I think that's total bullshit. Total bullshit right there. You love women. I love them. I love women. And I'm trying to get a girlfriend. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie about it. Yeah. Anyways, so that's that. Let's get let's let's go over the jokes, the funny shit I wrote. All right. Hang around the bad guys. Hang around some killers. For sure, that's gonna make you alpha. For sure. Sometimes they have their own slang terms. You learn their words, learn vocabulary, expands your vocabulary. Like the mafia has their vocabulary is expansive. You know what I mean? Like they know words. They use words as power. Boom. I just made that shit up, but it's true. I think that's a theory. Words expands your vocabulary. Be one of the guys right there. Be a man's man. Listen to Big Pun. Listen to Tupac. Really get into the words. Incorporate those words into your life, man. And listen. Don't not into those artists. If those artists relate to you, and you're like, oh shit, I've been through that. That's what I'm talking about. Like listen to a bunch of artists. Go to SoundCloud. I don't like any of them. Right now I'm into Big Pun. I'm into Big Pun, Tupac, SPM. Those are the only 3 artists I'm listening to every fucking day right now, man. That's because SPM, he talks about, and I even relate to that SPM all the time. just some of this, not really, because he's very literal about his life, but just the fact that the way he talks about it, I don't know, his accent, because I have an accent, and it makes me emotional. Back to the emotion, that's a little emotional. I feel emotional, and that makes me feel, I don't know, that emotion. And that's another thing right there. Not necessarily, you can't be fucking letting the government and church and people make you feel emotional. They invented, like, why is a lion, why the fuck can the lion have three emotions and I'm not allowed, as a man, allowed to have three emotions as well? The church and the government make me feel this, and that. And the dictionary, open dictionary has 10 fucking 20 different fucking emotions on there. That's bullshit. Like, I want to be chill. I want to sleep all day and chillax and, be a man like a lion. Let me be a lion, you know what I mean? But no, people fucking want you to go to war. They want you to be emotional. They want you to die. That's what women do. Women want you to, bad women want you to fucking die the same way. So that's bullshit, you know what I mean? I'm a man's man. I got any guy out here, I got your back. For sure, dude. I'm on the come up. I'm 32. I've been on the come up a long fucking time, but I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna come up right now, dude. That's a where do I actually feel more. Yeah, be emotional. Love what you do. Don't fucking do something because your favorite cousin fucking does it. I mean, love something because you want to do it. You loved it since you want to do it since you were a little kid. Don't be scared to cry. It's okay to cry. Sometimes you gotta force yourself to cry. You know what I mean? I cry. You gotta stop yourself. You gotta force yourself and then stop. Do it, man. I do that shit a lot, actually. I think about it. I force myself and then I stop. One bar, yeah, no, not much. Nothing funny. But that's pretty much it, guys. You know what I mean? It's very important, man. You gotta be careful with people. Gotta be careful. You gotta stay strong. Work out. Lose weight, man. Focus on your health. Recently, I drank matcha. And I think my fast metabolism, I used to have a fast metabolism. And it's basically just, I feel full. I don't have to eat. And it doesn't hurt. And I used to eat a lot. And then I wouldn't gain weight around the midsection. And I'm hitting the sauna with like a sweater now. I'm just sweating profusely and love it, man. 158. I'm trying to hit 147. I'm gonna quit. Once I'm at 147, I'm gonna quit, bro. I'll be fine. I'm trying to make money, man. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to, I have a couple ideas here and there, but whatever. Anyways, that's a wrap, guys. You know what I mean? Check out my TikTok. I have my workout videos on there. I get tips on, I'm doing back, losing weight, getting money. All right, y'all, peace. Have a good one. Stay safe. Don't listen to people, man. Be your own man. Be independent. Be unique. You want to be different from your neighbor. You want to be badass, yo. All right.